accepted at this stage.
Try and keep to questions.
All right. So look, I want to talk about your CSIRO staff, your wonderful staff. What proportion of your current staff are hired on an ongoing basis?
As in permanent versus term in
Yes.
contracts?
Yes.
Senator, I actually don't have it as a percentage, and I don't think my head works that quickly, I'll be honest. But we have a small number of temporary staff in comparison with others. So we have around about 350 contractors in that regard. At the moment, we have a total headcount of 5,480 odd in that regard.
350, so that's about...
But none of them are odd, Senator.
About 8% or something. Is that an increase over time?
Senator, the number is still around what it is that we've had. We haven't seen a significant reduction at all in relation to... Oh, sorry, was your question about an increase in contractors?
No, my question is increase in contracts.
Yes,
right, as a proportion of your staff.
It is an increase in contractors. We would previously have had closer to 150 than we do now.
So when would you have had 150?
In past years, Senator. I'll just get you that breakdown. I don't think I actually have it, do I? In the affiliates. Sorry, Senator. So it was. So last financial year it was around about 150, and the year before that was about 140.
And you've now got 350?
Yes.
It's a massive increase. Why is that the case?
So, Senator, we've been using a number of different mechanisms to undertake recruitment to find the skill sets and capabilities that we need for the organisation.
But what's changed between this financial year and previous financial years as to why you've needed to more than double the proportion of contract staff?
So as we explored at the last estimates hearing, we are close to our ASL cap, and we're using other mechanisms to be able to ensure that we comply with government policy.
Well, that's a different answer than saying you need to have mechanisms to get a range of staff if you're close to your ASL cap. Is that the reason as to why you're having to employ contract staff?
We're actually over our ASL cap, Senator.
Yeah. So is that the prime reason as to why you're having to employ more contract staff, because you're over your ASL cap?
It is the prime reason, Senator. It's not the only one, but yes.
You're right. What proportion of those contract staff are employed through a labour hire company?
Senator, I don't actually have that number with me. I'm happy to take that on notice. I will note that we have some limitations in the way in which we actually report our information, in differences between, say, a contractor that we would use to come in and do some electrical work, as opposed to somebody who was in an admin position.
I know one scientist in particular who is, extremely experienced climate scientist who is employed through a labour hire company. So, what labour hire companies are you relying on?
We are using a panel, Senator.
So which ones are the key ones?
I'm sorry, Senator. We provided on notice a figure of around 12 that we are using the most in that regard as part of responses to last estimates.
Okay. Could you update that information as to which labour hire companies you're using and how many full-time equivalent staff that you're accessing through each one?
Certainly. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.